Do you need to implement standard, predictable processes in your company? Do your business processes evolve faster than your critical applications? Is your business required to strictly comply with complex laws or regulations? GeneXus TM GXflow is GeneXus's workflow and BPM solution for integrating mission-critical applications and business processes, maintaining the ever-changing aspect of the process separate from the rest of the application. Using GXflow as a workflow solution, you can focus on your business processes, easily integrate your mission-critical applications with your business processes, know the status and efficiency of your operations in real time, optimize your results by implementing flexible processes and enabling continuous improvement. All this makes GXflow one of the most convenient solutions in the market. Designed to simplify application development, GXflow manages access control, state transitions, and the execution of tasks. In addition, it handles each user's task inbox. The business process diagram, which is completely integrated into the GeneXus IDE, allows you to graphically model business processes, drawing the flow of these processes in a natural manner. Sub-processes may be defined, thus empowering the top-down analysis of business processes and the ability to reuse them. GXflow uses the BPMN standard, which is the most widely used graphical notation in the market and provides a common language when modeling business processes. Integrate any type of document into your business processes with edit control and versioning features. Declaring business rules and developing forms with GeneXus ensures support for multiple execution platforms and the automatic propagation of changes. The audit module allows you to evaluate process efficiency and detect delays or critical paths before they become a problem. GXplorer allows you to query statistical data of business processes in order to perform an analysis aimed at optimizing these business processes or improving the way they are managed. Recoverum Enterprise is a company dedicated to servicing and repairing electronic devices. It handles more than 200 services per day and has 100 employees. Jim is the company's IT manager. He is responsible for efficiently adapting the software system to the market's ever-changing needs and optimizing the company's business processes. Jim can now easily model the company's processes in a graphic and simple way using the BPMN standard. Jim starts by generating a new process diagram corresponding to equipment repair. The process begins when a technician receives a piece of equipment for repair. An initial assessment is made to determine if parts should be purchased to make the repair. If no new parts are needed, the technician begins to repair the equipment. Once it has been repaired, the process moves on to the testing stage. In this stage, the repair is tested to ensure that it was correctly done. If so, the equipment is delivered to the customer. If the equipment continues to malfunction, it is necessary to go back to the repair stage. If new parts are needed to make the repair, a purchase order request is created that must be authorized by the purchasing manager. If the request is authorized, the repair is made. Otherwise, the equipment is returned to the customer. Using the business process diagram, Jim can easily double-click on the sub-process that defines the purchase process. In this way, he can view more details about the business process. This process is reused and thus integrated into the repair process. Once the business process development and modeling stage is completed, the system is ready for deployment. Trissa is in charge of receiving the equipment for repair. Within the model, Trissa performs tasks related to the reception of equipment and request of purchase orders. Trissa opens her work console using a web client. Upon receiving new equipment for repair, a new repair process instance begins. The process will be executed following the stages included in the diagram designed by Jim. The first stage of the process involves entering information about the repair request. When Trissa selects the option to purchase a part, the workflow system that executes the diagram follows the path to the process that generates the purchase order request. Next, Trissa must enter the list of materials to purchase. Alice is the purchasing manager of Recoverum Enterprise. Alice processes all the purchase order requests to be authorized and issued. She opens her console using the web client. The workflow system is executing the purchase order process that has to be authorized. Alice selects the desired purchase order and authorizes it. She can print the purchase order if she wants to. Once the purchase order has been authorized, the workflow system saves the information in the system and moves on to the repair stage. Steve is the repair technician. Steve supervises and certifies the equipment's repair. From the list of pending work orders, Steve selects the order related to the repair that has been recently completed and enters the corresponding comments. Once the task has been approved, the workflow system moves the work order to the testing stage. Upon verifying the repair, he enters the associated comments. Depending on the test's results, Steve decides whether to deliver the equipment or go back to the repair stage. In this case, he decides to deliver it. Upon confirming that the equipment has been satisfactorily delivered to the customer, it is entered into the system and the repair process is completed. Brian is the company's general manager. Brian has access to reports and statistics in real time about process execution details. GXflow's integrated process audit system enables Brian to easily query the status and execution times of the various processes currently underway. In addition, Brian can query the status and execution times of the tasks performed for one process in particular. Thanks to GXflow, Recoverum Enterprise can easily implement the business process model of equipment repair, integrating the various areas involved. GXflow supports the most popular platforms in the market. GXflow is the most convenient and comprehensive solution for managing the entire life cycle of your business processes.